Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Police held 2 suspects in Portland murders. The Portland police are reporting that 2 suspects are in custody in relation to 2 murders in Port Antonio area within 12 hours between Friday night and Saturday morning. Calvin James, 55, also known as Jeggy, of Ganja Gully, Bournebrook in Port Antonio, was reportedly stabbed in the abdomen after an argument developed at a shop in Halls Avenue on Friday. Later on Saturday morning, someone who sleeps in the yard of the French Church on Smart Road in Port Antonio was found lying at the front of the building in a pool of blood with his head bashed in and a large stone beside his body. Reporters understand that the suspect killed in someone's murder may have been involved in 2 other murders of street people in Port Antonio area. Kingston landlord allegedly killed by tenant in rent money dispute. A tenant has been taken into custody following the killing of a landlord at Venables Crescent in Kingston 11 on Saturday morning. The dead landlord has been identified as Patrick Newby, a 36-year-old shopkeeper from the same address. Police said about 7:30 a.m., Newby and his tenant got into an argument over rent money owed. The argument got heated, and it was alleged that the tenant armed himself with a knife and the landlord armed himself with a cutlass. Police said residents of the area intervened to quiet the conversation, but in the ensuing commotion, Newby was stabbed in the chest. The landlord ran and collapsed along the roadway and was immediately assisted to the Kingston Public Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Man killed, woman injured in highway shooting. An argument over a cell phone is said to be behind the killing of a man and injuring of a woman along the Bustamante Highway in Clarendon yesterday afternoon. Building contractor 38-year-old Michael Marlon, otherwise called Big Head, from Homestead St. Catherine was shot dead, while a 19-year-old teen has been hospitalized. The brazen daylight shooting was said to have occurred in full view of passing motorists. It is reported that around 12:05 p.m., Marlon and the teen journeyed to Clarendon, where they were to meet with people unknown to deliver baby clothes and other stuff and collect a cell phone. They met on the highway near Savannah Cross, where the exchange was made. However, Marlon got into an argument with the men when he claimed that the phone given to him was not what he was expecting. The police said that during the argument, one of the men pulled a firearm and opened fire, hitting Marlon in the upper body and the teen in her thigh. The men fled the scene and both injured individuals were assisted to Maypen Hospital, where Marlon succumbed and the young lady was being treated. The deceased, Marlon, had been charged with assault after attacking media workers covering a protest at Homestead Primary in St. Catherine in November. He was set to reappear in court on February 16. Up to December 27, some 91 murders were recorded in Clarendon. Auto body repair men killed 4 hours apart in Manchester. Detectives are probing whether there is a connection between the murder of 2 auto body repair men that happened 4 hours apart in Manchester on Friday. Police named the deceased men as 41-year-old Cleon Daly, otherwise called Seki, and 38-year-old Joel Box. A police source reported that investigators are trying to determine if the incidents are related. Both of them, the deceased, are auto body repair men, so we are following all leads in our investigation. What we know is that both men were targeted. Other persons were around at the time of even the first incident where Box was killed, but they were not harmed, the source told reporters. In the latest incident about 8:10 p.m., Daly, who also operated a bar, was at the establishment when a gunman entered and opened fire, hitting him. Daly was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hours earlier, Box was shot and killed at his home on Old Greenvale Road. Police reports are that about 4:15 p.m., Box was working in his yard when a gunman alighted from a motor vehicle and fired several shots at him. Box was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Statistics from the police show that up to December 27, Manchester recorded 55 murders since the start of 2022, when compared to 33 for the corresponding period in 2021. 5 men charged for Christmas Day gun fine. 5 men who were detained following a seizure of a firearm on Christmas Day have been charged by the Kingston Western Police. The men, who are all from St. Anne, have been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and trafficking a prohibited weapon. They are Jamala Vernon, otherwise called Andrew Blacks, 24, a lifeguard, Roy Dex Stubbs, 30, Roger Chubby Case, 26, Jason Travis Denbor, 25, and Alex McBean, 20. Police said the five were arrested at the intersection of Spanish Town and West Road in Kingston 14 about 2:35 a.m. It was reported that police were on patrol when a Black Mark X motorcar was signaled to stop. Upon inspection of the vehicle, all five accused were seen in the car. The men were ordered to exit the vehicle to be searched, and while doing so, one Glock 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 6 9mm cartridges allegedly fell from the car. They were subsequently taken into custody. No home for burn victim. As soon as 13-year-old burn victim Adriana Leng is fitted with a prosthetic leg, she, along with her father Adrian, will pack their bags to leave the Scenery Hospital for Children in the United States of America and head back to Jamaica. However, when she returns to the island, Adriana won't have anywhere to live as the family home in Westmoreland, in which she was severely burned by a massive blaze which took the lives of her 3 brothers on September 4 this year, is still to be rebuilt. Adrian's brothers, who perished in the fire, were 7-year-old twin Jaden and Jordan, as well as an 8-year-old Adriana. Adriana, who received severe and life-threatening burns, had been flown to the JMS Burn Center in the United States with the help of the San Myrna Foundation, at which she underwent 17 life-saving surgeries. According to Stephen Joseph, the project's manager for San Myrna Foundation, the situation is urgent for her to have somewhere to stay on her return to the country. Adriana is due back in Jamaica about the 3rd week in January. Since the fire, they haven't received any assistance in terms of trying to build back at least 2 of the rooms. When she comes to Jamaica, she basically will be homeless. It is like she'll be moving from one trauma to the next, Joseph told reporters on Friday, pointing out that relatives accommodated her father for a short while at their residence, but that arrangement was a temporary one. The child, Joseph claimed, has been kept in the dark about the reality she is expected to face when she and her father get back to Jamaica. She is going to need a certain environment. Her recovery has been remarkable, but the truth is that time is running out on us where the house is concerned. Anyone who can come together to build back even 2 rooms and a bathroom for her, that would be good. Joseph said 2 political representatives in Westmoreland have committed to assist the family get a new dwelling, but nothing has come through as yet. Her father has to steer her away from the reality that will present her when she gets back. He doesn't want to pull her into depression mode. She is now getting the prosthetic leg and is doing rehab, learning to walk again. We ask if ordinary Jamaicans, the Prime Minister, the opposition, and anybody who can help to reach out. We call upon the nation to rally around him just to give Adriana a place to live. She will need to be comfortable. She went through trauma, and she will need to be in a quiet room to recover fully. The San Myrna Foundation would like to see this become reality. We call upon the various agencies, like Food for the Poor, Poor Relief Agency, to see how best they can do something to help to accommodate her. She has been through so much. I call upon Jamaicans to get involved and support this initiative. Adriana's future is bright, and we want to get her back on track as quickly as possible, said Joseph. The child's father, meanwhile, told reporters that he was proud to be able to see his daughter improve day by day. He also indicated the urgency of the need to have a home for her on her return. She's anticipating to go back home. She has been in the hospital for a while. She just wants to go back to school, and a damn thing there she insists on. But when the hospital discharge her, it is going to be a problem for me, he said, sharing a National Commercial Bank account for people who wish to donate to the project. The account number is 604-375-622, and it is at the Negril branch. There is also a GoFundMe platform that people can donate, which is to GoFundMe./HC86D279. Persons can go ahead and donate. Westmoreland Western Member of Parliament Marlon Wilson said he has sought assistance for the family through the Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment Hope program. However, Wilson was careful not to make any promises, explaining that there is a process that has to be followed. As it relates to my office, I am trying to see what support we can give to the various arms and organs of government so that they can get support. I cannot make any commitment yet because the discussions are ongoing. There is a whole program run by the Office of the Prime Minister, and Adrian and Adriana would definitely be eligible for one of those houses. There is a process, and I do not want to preempt the decision of how things will unfold until we dot all the I's and cross all the T's. It's a process. If it doesn't go through, would not be able to say things will happen for January. I am very elated to learn that she has gone through all that surgery and is on the road to recovery. I was quite hopeful during the battle. I had all faith that God would see her through, and He did. She lost her brothers, but she has her life, and we stand ready to support her in any way we can, the parliamentarian representative said. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.